Hi, I'm Hettwer, and today I'll be doing my special occasion speech as a toast at my brother's wedding. Today we're gathered to celebrate the marriage between my brother Jacob and Whitney. I think they're great together, and I honestly think they might be made for each other. Today I'll be talking about what it was like growing up with Jake, getting to know Whitney, and how I've seen their relationship grow over the years. As my honor and pleasure as little brother, I'll be starting out tonight by talking about growing up with my brother Jake. Growing up with him was challenging and a blessing at the same time. Jake was always a straight arrow growing up. He would hit the books harder than anyone I've ever seen, and believe me, as his little brother, I know exactly how hard Jake can hit. One night stands out in my memory. I got up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water and noticed that the light in Jake's room was still on. Later that day, I came to find that he was up all night rewording a biology paper in 8th grade, by the way, because he just didn't like how it sounded when he read it aloud. It's also been difficult growing up with Jake, and that's because he's very competitive by nature. As the oldest brother, he always liked to set the bar really high for us younger brothers, and sometimes reaching the standards that he set felt almost like trying to pole vault over a skyscraper. Everything we did growing up had to be a competition with Jake, whether it was getting grades in school or doing chores or just playing video games. For instance, when I was very young, we would play GameCube together, and no matter what game we played, he would absolutely crush me. I was like 8 years old. You could have gone easy on me, bro. But one day, he met Whitney. I've gotten to know Whitney very well over the past few years. My first impression was that she was a very shy and timid girl. This is because when we were introduced to her, she would often hide behind Jake and talk very quietly. But my view has changed very greatly over the past few years. For instance, last Christmas, due to road conditions, we couldn't drive to see family, so we had to stay at the house. And honestly, Whitney, you were the life of the house. I haven't seen my mom laugh that hard in years. It's obvious that you're fun-loving and you're a very caring individual. Again, I think you two are great for each other. This relationship has been one that you only see once in a lifetime. Jake, I've never seen you happier. You used to stress about every little detail, and now seeing you, it's like you're worry-free. And you guys are so alike that it's almost scary. I didn't think I'd ever meet anyone that worked as hard as Jacob, but that was until one night I saw Whitney working on her doctoral studies at midnight during Christmas break. And believe me, after studying chemistry and math for multiple years, I can honestly say that what she was writing down was alien language. It was not from this earth. Jacob, Whitney, I don't think I've ever seen a couple that belongs to be together as much as you guys. I've talked about what it was like growing up with Jake, getting to know Whitney, and watching their relationship grow. It's hard to see my big brother start a new chapter in his life that will likely involve less of me, but I couldn't be happy with my new sister-in-law. She's a smart, kind, and compassionate wife. You picked a good one, Jake. I'm sure that you two will be happy with any path you choose to go down, as long as you go down it together. A toast to Jake and Whitney.